Hello everybody, my name is Andrew Oliva and I love to review movies. If you haven't already, please leave a like down below and hit subscribe, it helps me out so much. This has been an interesting week for movie news. Not too much happened, but enough happened for me to make a video about it, so that's what I'm going to do. I might try to do one of these videos maybe once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks. Depends on what happened throughout the week. So, we've had some things happen this week, so I'll start off with the new Antman and the Wasp Quantumania trailer. This was the second trailer for Antman and the Wasp Quantumania, which comes out in theaters February 17th, and I thought this was a pretty fine trailer to get me excited for the movie. I'm a lot more excited than I was. The first trailer was fine. We got more looks at Kang in this trailer, more looks at the plot, more of what the character dilemmas are going to be with Scott, and just a lot more character motivations throughout. We see in the trailer, right, we get a first look at MODOK, who I think looks fine. I mean, there's no way that a live action MODOK was going to look not creepy or startling. So that doesn't bother me too much, and I think Kang looks amazing. I have high hopes for this movie. I hope it's amazing. I think it could be amazing, but I'm excited to see where they go with this franchise. But the trailer that they put out, I think was a great trailer. Didn't give too much away, but showed enough to get me excited for the movie. Up next is Ezra Miller, and he's back in the news once again, who took a plea deal. He pleaded guilty and he'll serve 1 year probation and pay a $500 fine. So it looks like Warner Bros. Is sticking with Ezra Miller. Now, I don't want to get too much into this because all I say is that it's going to be hard for me rooting for his character in The Flash. It's just going to be hard rooting for him just because of all the things that he's done. It's going to be hard. I'm not going to get into all that. Y'all could just Google it, what he's done. But he hasn't done some great things. And the fact that they're thinking about sticking with him after they fired Henry Cavill, and I'm just not a fan. I think they should have recast him a while ago. I mean, you have a perfectly good Flash on the CW. Get Grant Gustin in, get him to play him. I think that would be a great idea. But who knows? Maybe Ezra Miller will get better, and who knows? My opinion can change. But as of right now, I'm a little iffy on that. I wish they would kind of recast him. But that's enough on that. Next is Avatar 2. It passes $1.2 billion this week, and it's closing in on $2 million. I'm pretty sure it's going to get to $2 million pretty soon. But if you saw my other review for Avatar The Way of Water, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. I think it deserves the money it's making. I want to see where this franchise goes. I want to see more of these movies. It's just that I wasn't a huge fan of The Way of the Water. Not saying I hate the Avatar franchise, because I really love the first one. The sequel is just a disappointment, and I still want to see where they go with the other movies. Next is Plane, the new Gerard Butler, Mike Colter action thriller that comes out in theaters this week, or this weekend. Now, this is a January action movie starring Gerard Butler. I was not excited for this movie at all, but this movie's been getting good reviews. I haven't seen the movie yet. I'm planning on seeing it in a couple of days or so, but it's gotten surprisingly good reviews. People are saying it's like a throwback to 90s action movies, which gets me excited because I love 90s action movies. And I hear for a January action movie, it's pretty darn good. So I'm hoping when I see it, I'm satisfied by it, but it looks like a ton of fun. Now for the main stuff that I want to get into. We had the Golden Globes last Tuesday, and for the most part, what I predicted, if you saw my Golden Globes prediction video, I got most of them right. There were a couple that surprised the hell out of me. Let's just get started with Austin Butler beats Brendan Fraser for Best Acting. I was right. I chose Austin Butler. I had the feeling that Austin Butler would pull out over Brendan Fraser just because of the crowd pleasing. And does this change for the Oscars? There's a possibility that Brendan Fraser could win the Oscar. I kind of see Brendan Fraser kind of pulling out the Oscar, but right now, I'm still going with Austin Butler for the Oscar. Not saying Brendan Fraser can't do it, but right now with the Golden Globes, I think Austin Butler will win the Oscar. And up next, which surprised me, was The Fabelmans wins Best Picture for a Drama. Now, I predicted Top Gun Maverick because that sounds like feels like kind of the Golden Globe type of movie that it would choose Top Gun. But no, Fabelmans won, and this is a huge win for the Fabelmans. This could definitely boost their chances to win an Oscar, which I'm excited about. I think Fabelmans should win the Oscar because I really love the movie. But it surprised me. I chose Top Gun Maverick, so I was surprised when they said Fabelmans won. But good for Spielberg. I think that was a huge win on his part. And then next is Banshees wins the Best Picture, Musical, or Comedy. Now for the Oscar race, I think it's going to come down to Banshees and Fabelmans for Best Picture. If it come down to those two, I personally would pick Banshees of Inisherin. But if it comes down to those two, I think the Academy is going to go with the Fabelmans because the Golden Globes, because it's Spielberg, because the type of movie it is. It's a movie about movies. The Academy loves those type of movies. So I think Fabelmans right now has the best chance of winning the Oscar, but that could change in the couple months to come. But right now, that's my pick for Best Picture for the Oscar. And then next is another reason why Spielberg wins Best Director, which also didn't surprise me, but I'm happy for him. I chose Martin McDonagh. I think, I chose Martin McDonagh to win, but I'm happy Spielberg won. That's another thing. I think he'll probably win Best Director at the Oscar. I wasn't sure about that either, but that also boosts the Fabelmans' chances to win Best Picture. So happy about that. And now, what really surprised me, RRR did not win Best International Feature. That surprised me because earlier that night, RRR won Best Song, which I predicted. I kind of thought Lady Gaga would pull it out last minute, but I was right. RRR got it. Not to. So I was like, all right. So RRR definitely won Best Foreign Picture. And so I was either down to All Quiet on the Western Front or RRR, and so I was like, is it going to be All Quiet? It definitely could be All Quiet, but I was like, no, it's definitely going to be RRR. Then it was neither of those. I forgot what the movie was that won, but it was definitely one that no one really expected to win, and I was shocked. Now, this definitely hurts RRR's chances at the Oscars. Hopefully the Oscars will surprise me, hopefully, and actually give RRR the Oscar, because I want RRR to win so much. I love RRR and it deserves all the awards and nominations. But that was just the biggest surprise of the night. Which is weird because I usually only excited about foreign pictures because I don't really see a lot of them. But RRR deserved to win for sure. Up next is Ke Huy Quan wins Best Supporting Actor. Now, if you saw his acceptance speech, you gotta love the guy. He is just one of the most wholesome guys ever, and I'm so glad he won. I did not get that right when I predicted. I forgot who I chose would win, but it was not Ke Huy Quan. But Ke Huy Quan won, and I'm glad for him. He deserved it, and this definitely boosts the chance that he wins at the Oscars. I think, I'm not sure if he will, but there's a chance that he definitely can, and I hope that he does win the Oscar because he deserves it. And then lastly, Colin Farrell wins Best Actor. Now, I predicted this. I think he's definitely going to win Best Actor at the Oscars. I think he deserves it. I think it's basically a lock-in at this point. And so, yeah, I forgot who he beat out. I forgot who else was in the category. But he's who I picked, and that's who won. Colin Farrell won. And he's just another dude that you gotta love. His acceptance speech was amazing. I adore the dude. And then, some other guy, I said that was the last one. But we had Cate Blanchett won Best Actor. And then we also had Michelle Yeoh won Best Actress. Cate Blanchett won Best Actress, I think, in a drama, and then Michelle Yeoh won Best Actress in a musical or comedy. And both of those two, it's going to come down between those two for the Oscars. I think the Academy would go with Cate Blanchett, even though I think maybe Michelle Yeoh deserves it a little bit more, even though I love Cate Blanchett in Tar. But it's going to come down to those two, and that is movie news for this week, guys. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. It's kind of trying something new. Hopefully we get some more interesting stuff in the future. This was kind of a little slow week. January is always going to be the slow month out of the year. Hopefully stuff kicks up in February and March. But yeah, that was this video, guys. Let me know what you thought in the comments below, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And as always, guys, have a great day.